Good morning. We are 5 days out. As you can see, I've had a shave. I couldn't stand the beard anymore. I was feeling very scruffy. I thought I'd trial the tash out. And if I don't like it, I'll just clean shave it. So you'll have to let me know what you think across the day, eh? So we have woken up at 110.8 kilos after a rest day yesterday. Very restful day. Low. We didn't do a proper feed or anything, just kind of baseline food, but just very low activity. It's pretty much just laying on this sofa all day, just doing work. And today we are feeding again because I've got legs. So today I really need to keep it chilled, especially with the leg training. If you watched my last leg vlog, I went a bit mental on a leg press set, shouting the gym down and took it to complete failure and actually past failure. I had to get my spotter to pull it off me. So that was very silly about 10 days out. And honestly, I felt unstoppable that day. 2 days after that, I was in the bin and I was in a proper mental deficit of energy. So I know not to do that. We want to keep the legs fresh. We want to keep the legs separated, no inflammation there. The goal of training on peak week, especially 5 days out, is just get blood in, just maintain, and we're not trying to build muscle here. I'm not trying to be a hero. I'm trying to get on stage with a nice full, not inflamed physique. So first meal has been prepared. It's the usual cream of rice meal, which I'll get into now. I will throw up my check-in photos from today. I have got the black trunks on, got my classic trunks on. I've got the tash on, we're looking classic. So cliche. I have been posing in just like normal blue bodybuilding trunks. I just like the way they sit on my physique. But obviously I'm competing in 5 days, so we should get practicing in the proper classic trunks. You have to let me know what you think of them. But yeah, today is legs. Let's get into it. Got some food coming in. Got the banana pre-workout again, which I'm very excited for. But other than that, it's textbook. Chilling, relaxing, getting prepared for the show. I need to start writing out some long lists of everything I need to bring with me. That's the thing about competing and traveling, especially when you're staying over somewhere a couple of days as a bodybuilder. There's so much to bring. So yeah, I'm going to write out some lists, start actually packing just some small bits on the side, get organized, get ready, so that on the day that I leave, I can just get off, like no stress, nothing holding me back, just straight out the door with my case, and we can get to the registration the following day, stress-free, nothing missed. When I went to Milan, I forgot my bloody kitchen scales, and it was like, I got there at like 10 p.m. and I was on Deliveroo, going around all the supermarkets trying to find some kitchen scales. You'll be surprised at how hard it is to find bloody kitchen scales in Italy at 10 p.m. Because obviously I had a meal to eat before bed. I had berries that I needed to weigh. I know you might think, oh, it's not that serious, just eyeball it. But obviously we take everything seriously. Everything's to the gram. It's meticulous. But anyways, let's get to it. Meal one going down, cream of rice. 5 days out. Let's get it, guys. Meal one, 5 days out. We have 100 gram of cream of rice. I've actually gone with a salted caramel cream of rice. As you know, if you watched yesterday's vlog, pretty similar, to be fair, just a little bit sweeter. It's very good though. Obviously the last one I was having was caramel biscuit. This is now salted caramel, so it's not going to be vastly different, but I thought I'd just switch it up. It's nice to have a little bit of a change. 100 blueberries, 10 grams of dark chocolate. Montezuma's 100% dark chocolate, and then the 50 whey paste and my salt. And that is meal one. Usual. Pretty much having this every single morning. It sits really good because then I'm having bigger chicken and rice portions, which I'll show you, of course. So without further ado, let's get straight into this day. I've got a lot of work to do. It's Monday. 5 days out. We're ready to go. We're ready to step on stage and show everyone all the hard work, the graft, and the weeks of preparation, efforts, and essentially years of hard work, isn't it? It's not just this prep, it's all the years of graft that have gone into it. But whatever happens, I know I've given it everything, and that's why I'm so confident and relaxed. There's no stone that could have been unturned. And that's how I want you all to be thinking about your shows. Go in with confidence and pride, and no matter the result, you can be proud of the end package. And if you're not good enough to win, then all it is time. If you gave it all your all it is time. Time in the game. Someone who beat you just have more muscle, more condition, better presentation, and all that is more time. And luckily, we love what we do. and we're going to be doing it for a long period of time. So we just keep turning up and that's it. The meals are prepped. Meal 2 and meal 3, pre-workout. Now, these are the fun meals because they're a bit bigger. Lovely stuff. 125 grams of jasmine rice, 200 gram of chicken breast, 50 veg of choice, mushroom, spinach. Here we have 100 pineapple. Now, for the water in the rice, I brought that down a touch, as did I bring down the rice, the water I made my cream of rice with. So I'm doing it like 3-to-1 ratio now. So it's a bit thicker, not as much volume. Again, just a bit less stomach volume as the week goes on. I'll bring it down and down across that week comes in. Approaching the show just to bring the stomach volume in, simple as. And then that veg for right now is 50 grams in each meal. It looks quite a decent bit, to be fair, but it's because it's like the spinach, which is like super low volume. But again, as the week goes on, that veg will start to come down and down. The protein will start to come down and down. The carbs will start to come up and the fats will start to come up. So, you know, the physique, you need fats to fill a physique. It's not just carbs, it's fats as well to let it stick. If you have, like right now, my fats are pretty low. Like obviously you see my pre-bed meals, like pretty decent on the fats, but I don't have any fats really across the day. So my fats are on training day, I think they're only about 30, 40, which is fine, but it just means you kind of tear through your carbs a bit more. When you are peaking for the show, I want the glycogen to sit, especially with someone like me that kind of just like really tears through food. You do more fats, like, and then on the day of the show, it's like no protein. I won't have any protein in the day. It'll be like maybe a little bit of whey, but it'll be a tiny bit of chicken, but it'll be like rice cakes, honey, almond butter, stuff that's like super low volume and like, you know, dense cream of rice, like jasmine rice or whatever, sushi rice that's made with like real low volume, just sitting in the bottom of a bowl, but like covered in honey and dark chocolate and almond butter. So it's like real high calorie to fuel the physique and the glycogen, but doesn't sit heavy in the stomach. Like it just takes up no space there. And then you obviously bring your water down a bit on the show day, but we'll obviously run through the whole procedure. And I'll document everything and just show you how it's done, right? So you can either do it yourself or it's just interesting to see. Everyone does it differently. Like there's plenty of ways to skin a cat. It depends on the physique, depends on the coach, depends on the person's reaction and response to said food. But you can see how I'll do it. Anyway, time to eat. Now, you guys know how much I'm loving this meal. You don't understand the pleasure I'm getting from these feeds, the pre-workout meal, which is the banana. So this is 150 jasmine rice. Oh yeah. 135 protein, chicken, breast. So lower protein, higher carb. Lower protein to aid with digestion. And then we have 50 veg under there somewhere. And then 150 banana, a bit of cinnamon on top, and 100 pineapple. So yeah, that shit is it's a serious meal. That is serious fuel. And not only is it a serious fuel, it's seriously delicious. Like I said before, just because I've not had banana in a while and it's nice to just have something a little bit different. I've never had the banana in the chicken and rice. You might think that's a weird combination, but it is good, trust me. Especially, you have to make sure you make your rice sticky. If you're making dry ass basmati, anyone who's using basmati rice, honestly, fucking reevaluate your life decisions. It's jasmine rice all day, baby, or sushi rice, and you've got to make that shit sticky. So, let me get stuck into this. The extra Winstrol has gone in, which is exciting. So 25 mg extra and then 25 mg before bed, so 75 milligrams total. 25 milligrams of Anabar's just gone in because it's about 90 minutes pre-training. I've done my peptides, MOTC at 1 milligram. I've done my amino swole, which is like pump formula, peptide, amino. It's not, I don't think it is a peptide, is it? It's amino. I do 1 mil of that total, and then I'll do 500 milligrams of L-carnitine and 250 milligrams of SLU. So a lot of shit going down, but it's the 1%. I'll be looking forward to not jamming all this shit, I'll tell you that, when I go into a cruise health phase. Christ, body's a bit like a pincushion at the moment. I've got some sore delts and I'm a bit concerned about the them swelling, so I need to make sure that I'm keeping on top of the glutathione and just rubbing them down and making sure that I'm not overdoing any site at the moment. You've got to be very careful on the lead up to a show that you're not getting any swelling on your injection sites, because it is not a good look on stage. My delts are a little bit inflamed at the moment, so I need to make sure that I stay well away from them. So yeah, I am going to devour this shit, trust me. You do not have to worry about me. I'm getting down to business now. Time for legs, 5 days out. Nothing crazy now. We're going into this session with a calm mind, nothing to drive inflammation or cause actual damage. The goal is to get blood into the muscle, and simply that is it. I don't want to be going crazy. So here is the pre and intra-workout supplementation. First, we have just hydration, straight up, 1 liter of water with HydraFlow. Pink lemonade I've got, it's a recent new flavor for me and it's absolutely next level. Replenishes your all your electrolytes, you know, your potassium, your sodium as you're sweating it out. Other bits as well, vitamin C and whatnot, but the main thing for me is that electrolyte replenishment, and it just tastes fucking banging when you're in the gym, especially when you're on prep. Pre-workout in here. I'm doing half a scoop of stim, which is conviction. This is energy and nootropic, but I'm gonna do half of this because I don't want to be going crazy. I'd want to keep a cool head, and I don't want to be driving my CNS crazy, my central nervous system. I want to get home and chill out. Strawberry laces flavor, very good. Next we have Mega Pump, Pump Blood Flow and Nootropic Focus. Raspberry Twist, again, very nice. Next we have Creatine Performance and, you know, obviously Nootropic, which is the recent studies, but the main thing why this is pre-workout is for the performance and strength benefits. 10 grams. Bosh, so that's 20 grams of creatine in now total, because I have it first thing in the morning, and 10 grams as well. Next, Essential Gains, which is my EAAs. Spike my muscle protein synthesis halfway through the session to stop the risk of muscle breakdown whilst I'm in a prep setting. Okay, now this and the carb drive, which is to replenish the glycogen stores, so that when you're feeling a little bit fatigued, you're running low on energy, your pumps, you know, you're burning through all your food halfway through the session. You drink this halfway through the session in one shot. It's about that filled up, bang. It's like having a meal that digests fucking instantly. You don't have to wait for it to digest, rather than just having it in your water bottle and just sipping it throughout the 2-3 hour window. It doesn't really make sense, and also it fucking makes me well bloated. So if I neck it down the hatch, doesn't bloat me at all, and also it's then bang, you get your MPS spike with the EAAs, you get your glycogen instantly delivered, bang, it just spurs you on for the rest of the session. So, Joe 10, if you get anything from Conte, that is all. Time for legs, let's fucking get it. And that's all she wrote. Legs, the last leg session until show number 1 is complete. Wow. I'm so happy, right, because I'm now 5 days out. I've got to the end of prep maintaining my load on the pivot press, my main compound. It's 8 times 25 kilogram plates aside, and I got it for 6 today with 1 rep in reserve. I will play the clip here. I'll let it play through. As you can see, that last rep flew, right? So there's 1 in the tank there, albeit not as slow on the negative. Now, still very good quality, safe, controlled, but last week it was ridiculously slow, and I got kind of like 6.5 reps, well 6 3/4, and then my spotter kind of like edged it to the end to ensure it didn't fully stop, just because, you know, otherwise I'll absolutely buckle me. But there was definitely another rep there for me today, so it's mad to take progressions there, and that's just where I'm just getting fresher. But to be 5 days out, and when I started prep, I think I was probably hovering around more like 9 plates aside, but maybe for only 6, 7. I did then drop it down pretty much as soon as I got into prep fully. At 8 plates aside, I was probably getting about 10, 12. So to still stay at the same load, like 20 odd weeks into prep, like, you know, 10, 15, what am I? I'm like 15 kilogram down body weight, absolutely peeled. I'm over the moon, and that is how you maintain muscle, ladies and gents. You do not chase poor quality reps. You lower the volume and you maintain good quality and maintain load is the goal. Now, along the way, there will be certain things that do drop in strength and load, aka pressing. For me, pressing is the first thing to drop. Still, I've maintained a decent load, right? I probably started the prep pressing 3.5 plates aside on the Smith, on the incline Smith. I'm now on kind of like 3. Still great quality reps, but if you follow me on Instagram, you'll see like I post it on like the carousels. But the goal is, the main problem, I know I've talked about this before, but it happens time and time again. People start getting leaner, they start losing strength in the gym, and they start adding volume, right? They go, right, I missed 3 reps there, so okay, let's do another set and make it a bit lighter. And you're then actually adding like recovery demand. So then you're going to have worse recovery, and then you're going to just keep deteriorating. You need to actually lower the recovery demand so that you can maintain performance. So as you start to feel like, fucking hell, I just can't keep up here, like my progression's starting to dip, drop the volume and maintain load and maintain performance. And that's how you maintain a physique and intensity. Going into a session, right, you can be fatigued. I've gone into many sessions like I am fucked, right? You know, we don't like to say these things out loud, and you've got to be careful how you talk to yourself and say things. Like, I'll never go into a session saying out loud to my training partner, mate, I'm fucked. You go in pretending everything's sweet, because then it will be sweet. But I can still think to myself, fucking hell, I'm dragging heels here. You can sit, keep quiet, keep your headphones on, sit there, think about the set. Don't be looking at your phone, draining your energy, scrolling through social media. Don't be chatting to loads of people in the gym, trying to force it. Sit there, in quiet, let yourself recover energy. And then when you get onto the machine, into the set, think about what you're doing. Right, how many reps did I do last week? My goal is to maintain performance so that I can get on stage with all the muscle that I spend so hard building. If you go into each set half-assed, lackluster mindset, you know, you're not really doing quality reps, you start losing performance, you're like, I can't be bothered, oh God, I feel so shit. Like, just start kind of leave it like 3 reps in reserve throughout the whole of prep. You will lose muscle. You will get on stage flat, deflated and faded. You see it time and time again, soggy glutes, legs just fucking fall apart. There's no density there. If you look at my legs, they have maintained that hard density and size, because I go into the sets, no matter how tired I am, and I just go, right, I don't give a fuck about this. Like, pretend you're in the off season. Like, right, I am going in with all intent and purpose to progress here. Even though you're not going to, you can still aim for it. Like today, that leg press set, I was just sat there, right, hood up, headphones on, like, looks a bit exaggerated, but mate, I'm 5 days out, just sat there, just thinking about the set, like, imagining just fucking, like, you got to visualize it. If you're thinking, God, like, I'm 5 days out, this is going to be so hard, well, yeah, it is going to be hard. This goes for off season as well. Like, visualize the set. Sit there, yeah. I had my hat down. No one's distracting me. Headphones on. I'm thinking how fucking easy it's going to feel while I'm racking. Got some tunes on, SoundCloud edit, JP edit. I think it was Johnny Cash Hurt with JP speaking over it. It was heavy, and I'm just thinking about how it moved, and I just explode out of the hole. Bang, bang, bang. Those fast twitch fibers are going. You get in the set, bang, and it feels like nothing, right? I'm 5 days out, and that weight felt like it was literally 20 kilos. Yeah? So that is the mindset you need with pretty much everything. Obviously, you're not going to be doing that with like a rear delt fly or whatever, like, but your big demanding sets, turn it on mentally, because fucking hell, if you do, you will actually get on stage hard, dense, and full. So that is the main people's problem. Most people's problem is not that they need to hold back. Like, that's what I got to do, right? Because I've learned how to train like this, right? I know that sounds pretty fucking patronizing, but you know, I know I sound like a dick there, but most people's issue is not that they train too fucking hard and go crazy. Most people's issue is they don't train hard enough. Like, we can talk the talk, right? But you don't see that many people training like a fucking crazy motherfucker in the gym. That's just the real shit. So most people actually need to turn it on more in the gym. So yeah, anyways, I just love training, man. Like, I'm so looking forward to the off-season training and showing you guys, because right now, like I've discussed before, like it's very nutrition based. It's very in my flat chats about prep, because that's what is going down right now, and I don't want to disturb my sessions. I'm in the gym, I'm very quiet, I've got my head down, I'm thinking, you know, I don't want to be getting the camera out. Like, we can do that when we got energy, when we got fucking a surplus of calories. Right now, there's a mission, and the mission is, it's a job. Like, when I'm in the gym, I'm fucking turning pro. This is my fucking life right now. I am on job. It is a shift, you know, so I have to take it very seriously. But in the off season, obviously every session is so fucking serious, and I take it super serious. Every week is important, but you have an energy supply. Like, you got fucking food, you're going crazy, and it's fun to document. So that is what I will show you. But right now it's more about the manipulations of prep, showing you the ins and outs of my adjustments, the drugs, what goes into it mentally. So yeah, you have the off season to look forward to. Be a lot more education based, which I'm looking forward to, and a lot more showing you just the routine and fucking monotonous life of an off season. So many people only come alive during the prep. The prep is where everyone comes alive. It's easy to be motivated when you are changing your physique week to week. There's manipulations, the sun's out, you're dieting for a holiday, you're dieting for a prep, that timeline's coming close. It's easy to be motivated there. I'll tell you when it's not fucking easy. It's when you're doing the same thing every day, every week. The physique is not changing before your eyes. All you got to do is the same lifts, the same food every single day, every week, and you're making micro progressions. That is what separates the average from the athlete, because during those months is where people fall apart. They let things slip, they let the meal timing slip, they let the bedtime slip, and that is where they fall back, and we push forward, and we close that, open that fucking gap. And the next time we step on stage, there is big fucking changes. And those motherfuckers that let it slip, they pull back during the winter months, they look the exact same. It's like, have you even done a fucking off season, mate? Don't let that be you. All right then, post-workout, absolute weapon of a meal, 175 grams of salted caramel cream of rice by Conte. Then we have 150 grams of blueberries, which is divine, 50 gram of banana, which is even more divine, cinnamon, then 40 grams of thy whey. I put that chicken and rice story up with the banana on my Instagram story. Like, oh, the fucking banana is so good in the chicken and rice. I doubted it, because I always used to see people do it. I was like, nah, fuck that, because I like savoury. But it was, anyways, and I honestly must have had about 30 DMs like, bro, you need to add almond butter to this, makes it so much nicer. Bro, add dates. I'm like, do you not think I fucking want to, bro? I'm 5 days out from a show and I'm following a meal plan. Where we have it, it's 250 gram of king prawnage, 50 gram of jasmine rice, 50 veg, and we've got my supreme sleep here. Getting this in, it's actually 6 p.m. now. I know it's a bit early to take it, but I like winding down for the evening, especially after a big training session. And also in there, I've got glutamine. That's the last bit of water for the day. Will finish me off. Evian bottles only, you know, that bro science shit. Bottled water only on a peak week, pure. And so that is it. That's meal 5. Let's get it. Enjoyment maximum, pleasure maximum, taste maximum, fuel maximum. Maxed out stats of a meal. Meal number 6 of the day, 5 days out. 125 grams of salted caramel cream of rice. 200 grams of berries, half raspberries, half bluebs. Then we have 40 grams of whey, 20 grams of dark chocolate, 100% dark, 10 grams of almond butter, and the rest of my salt. Bit of cinnamon on there. Now, that is the day done, 5 days out. Remember, people, who are you when nobody is watching? It's all well and good to be preaching how hard you're working online, letting everyone know what you're doing when you're feeling good, when you're feeling motivated. But how many people are actually doing this day in, day out, 100% accuracy year round? Not many, because if they would be, if everyone was working as hard as they said they would be online, there'd be a lot more progress that I'd be seeing. But unfortunately, that's not the case. There's a lot of people talking, there's not a lot of people walking. So let's be the walkers, yeah? Who are you when no one's watching? Who are you when the days are hard and the likes aren't coming through on prep on Instagram? That's what you've got to remember. The low motivation days are even more important than the high exciting, high motivation days. We've got to stay pushing no matter what. One step in front of the other, you know, moving forward, even when you don't feel like it, every single day. And that's how the progress is made. All right. If I was to be watching you every day for the next month, would I think that you're passionate and committed to your goals? If you have to think about that answer, you know what to do. Fruits of my labour. We're labouring fruits. Comment below fruits of my labour if you are about that lifestyle with me. All right? See you tomorrow, guys. 4 days out is tomorrow. Let's get it.